So I'm trying to get these plants in their pots before the storm comes this afternoon and provides great rain. What I did this morning is that I spent some time going through each plant that I've already purchased that I can plant safely for my zone. During the winter time, I spent a lot of time figuring out what plants I wanted to plant and then when I should plant them. So the bell peppers, the basil, rosemary, strawberry, dill, oregano, parsley, the marigolds, which is a pollinator, and then I also got cilantro. So I spent some time this morning figuring out how deep the pots need to be for each of those, and then I went through my list that I made during the winter time to see which plants would work well together. For example, we want to keep the strawberries away from the bell peppers. Those are not a good mix. And so that is what I spent time doing. I'm going to be working on that. I went and got some potting soil. Unfortunately, there are some wind gusts every once in a while, so I'm not able to put my tripod up here for you to see, but I will update you periodically about how the planting is going and how it's looking. The first thing that I did was I opened my 2 bags of potting soil and put it in this plastic container. I have never done this before, so I'm not sure if this is wise, but I thought it would be easier when I'm planting outside to have it in a container rather than digging through a bag and then causing a lot of mess that I have to clean up later. I'm going to reuse these bags in this planter that I got for Christmas. I'm using this Performance Organic Miracle-Gro All Mix for containers. I used it last year and had good success with the little plantings that I did, so I'm going to try it again. They said to put felt in the bottom of this, but I forgot to get felt, so I have going to try this. Next, what I did is I went and measured all of my pots. So this container and the pot below are 8 inches deep. This is 9 inches deep, moving to 10 inches deep, 11 inches deep. I have some grow bags that are 12 inches deep, and then this tier that I got several years ago on Amazon are 6 inches. So this is going to help me quickly identify where I can plant certain plants according to the depth. So one of the things I'm really excited about planting are my strawberries. And so for the strawberries, I need them to be 6 inches deep, and I'm going to pair those with the cilantro and the marigolds. The marigolds will be a pollinator. It will also be a deterrent from what I've read. Snakes don't like that smell. So is cilantro. Cilantro is also a pollinator. So that will be great to help my strawberry plants hopefully produce pretty quickly. I chose this brand of strawberry plants from that nursery linked in the video previously that I've done. I stayed away from the everberries because I saw multiple YouTube videos of people really disappointed in them. So although they were more affordable in price, I went ahead and tried these. We'll see if any of these will produce. So we're going to plant those in this tier here, and hopefully we'll get lots of strawberries to be able to make strawberry jam. So I finished planting my towering garden here. I put the cilantro on the bottom because it needs like 12 to 18 inches height to grow. Then I put the marigolds in the center for some color, and then the strawberries on top. And what I do is I use the guide that's in the containers just to label them so I remember what they are. But again, this is just a 3-tier, again, that I bought from Amazon many years ago. It does have ample drainage holes. So with just 2 containers of cilantro, I was able to get 4 separate plants. The marigolds were in their separate containers, 1 per plastic tray, and so was the strawberries. It might start raining, so I'm going to go over there and fertilize that peach tree so that we can get that started for the spring. And over in my peach tree, I added the fertilizer that it suggested, 1 cup for every foot. And this is about a 4 foot. So I did 4 cups around the perimeter of that. It said to water it in, but we are supposed to be getting rain later today, and my garden hose doesn't stretch this far. So I am going to see if the rainstorm will help that. So I finished my planting. I have my parsley here. I added a couple of marigolds for pollinators. This is my cilantro, and that is my rosemary. So I know I need to probably add a little bit more potting soil, container soil, but I didn't want to overdo it until I kind of see what this rain does. It did a little light mist on it. What I have learned is that I need to build up the beds, whether it's in a container or in this, with maybe some biodegradable things like cardboard. That way it would raise it up a little bit more. And then we're gonna go over here, and I was able to get 3 plants of the sweet basil. That's one thing I noticed during the pantry challenge, that I used a lot of basil, and so I wanted to get more plants. I thought that that container only had 2, but it had 3, so that was a nice surprise. Then I have my tower garden here with my strawberries, marigolds, and cilantro. And then over here on the other side, because I read to keep your bell peppers away from, I believe it's strawberries and basil. So I have a dill. I was a little disappointed in the dill. I got a 6-pack, but only 2 survived the evening. But I have 4 bell pepper plants, which was a welcome surprise. Again, wanted to start with less soil, then as they grow, I can add more soil to them. And I put them over here. They need full sun, but I put them by the morning glories because those are a pollinator as well. Again, all of these will be going over in the pergola once it's finished. But for now, I have the first start of my spring and summer garden ready to go. I finished just in time. Look at that rain. Oh, wonderful. It's gonna water all my new transplants that I've planted, the fertilizer that I put over on my peach tree. So it's dying off, but the radar says we're getting more. So I'm very, very thankful that I was able to get this planting done today.
Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening!